Hello there, Pisces. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast for the week of June 27th through July the 3rd. What we have coming up for you, Pisces, on Monday, you have the Falling Tower showing up. And the Falling Tower is a card that talks about a situation that is unsettling, but the long-term results of it are actually good. So when we look at this card, the Falling Tower, what's going on is there's something that gives us a sense of security in this world. So this could be anything from our cell phone to our job to a relationship or anything in between. And there's something that happens that some part of that sense of security is pulled away from us suddenly and unexpectedly. So that's what we have going on Monday. Now, I can't tell you that and not tell you the rest of the story, though, because there's a whole story behind this card. Whenever this happens, this is because whatever it was that we felt secure with, we were really not growing or expanding. We were just kind of stagnating. Because we felt secure, we weren't looking for other opportunities that would have been better for us. And so whenever we have a type of situation like this is the universe's way of saying, you're stagnating, you're not growing, we're not going to have that. And next thing you know, whatever that is just kind of booted out of your life. So the good news here is that there are opportunities for you to replace whatever security that situation or that thing offered you, and those opportunities are actually better than what you had going on before this thing got taken away from you, or this bit of your sense of security got taken away from you. So in the long term, it's really a positive thing to have happen, but at first it's because we're so afraid of the unknown that it just really shakes us up right at first. Let's move on to Tuesday, Pisces. What you have coming up here is the Star card in reverse. Star card in reverse is telling me that you're feeling a little bit out of touch with reality. I think you may still be a little bit staggering from whatever was the Falling Tower situation in your life. For some of you, I don't feel like that's true for all of you. It's not that big of a deal for some of you. But this Star card in reverse is telling me that you're feeling a little bit out of touch with reality. You're feeling like you're having a hard time tuning into Sacred Spirit or God or Creator, whatever word you want to put on that life force energy that's way bigger than us. You're having a hard time tuning into that. You're just having a hard time really figuring out what the reality is here on Tuesday. Now on Wednesday, what we have coming up is the Temperance card in reverse. And the Temperance card in reverse is kind of similar to the Star card in reverse in that we're feeling really out of balance. We're not feeling like ourselves. We don't have our groove going. And so this, once again, for some of you, this is still going to be tied into that tower thing, that tower, whatever was taken out of your life that had offered you that sense of security, still has you a little bit thrown on Wednesday. However, on Thursday, friends to the rescue. Thank goodness. Good times with friends coming in and showing up. And so this can be an old friend that you hear from. Maybe you get an email that you haven't heard from this person in a long time. Or this could just simply be hanging out with some friends in the local area and doing some things together and just enjoying your time together. I do feel there's definitely an element of support with this time with friends. I feel like for some of this may be, a time to network and let people know that you're looking for some new opportunities. And I feel like your friends are very helpful in that. So this is really an uplifting day on Thursday from what I see here. Friday, Wheel of Fortune showing up in reverse. This is something kind of unlucky, if you want to use that word, happening to you. To me, it really feels like, I think you've been so stressed out, some of you. Now, not all of you does this relate back to the tower, but for a lot of you, like this whole week kind of circles back to Monday, whatever happened Monday. But I think that for some of you, you've been so stressed out over this that you've actually physically become sick. You haven't been eating right. You haven't been sleeping right. Now you don't have energy. You don't really feel like getting out of bed. It's not really so much that your body's doing anything it shouldn't. It's your body is responding exactly to how you've been treating it. So the word of advice here is, pay attention to your sleep. If you're having trouble falling asleep, get yourself some Celestial Seasoning Sleepy Time tea and try that. See if it works for you. It works for a lot of people I know. If you're having If you're really stressed out, try doing some meditation every day. Do some things to help yourself here. Make yourself eat, even if you don't feel like eating. Make yourself eat at least 3 small meals every single day, even if you don't have much of an appetite. Because whether you have an appetite or not, your body needs to function and it needs fuel to function. If you can do that during the first part of the week, then you can totally avoid not feeling so hot on Thursday. Now let's move on to Friday. We finally have a better card. 7 of Swords in reverse. I feel like for a lot of you, you're picking up the pieces. You're finally picking up the pieces. So maybe if you weren't feeling so good, you're starting to realize, oh, let me start eating better. Let me start taking better care of myself. Just because this one thing happened does not mean my whole world has to fall apart here. And so I do feel like you're picking up the pieces, you're starting to get your stuff together, you're starting to get your groove back, and you're starting to come up with a plan of, okay, this is how I'm going to deal with this. Sunday, you have an amazing, amazing card. You end the week with a really fantastic card. The World card talks about that there are no limitations on us. The only limitations that we have are the limitations that we put on ourselves by the way we perceive things, by the way we think about things, by the way we talk about things. So we have total control over those limitations. We can take those limitations off us if we choose to and if we're aware. So this card really talks about there are no limits. You've come through that tower situation. Now you're looking around and seeing the opportunities around you by the end of the week, and you're starting to see, you know what, maybe this was a good thing after all. Okay, with that World card, that definitely tells me you've got something really happening good to you on Sunday because you are taking away some of those limits that you had on yourself. Okay, so that is your week, Pisces. Thank you so much for stopping by, for hanging out, liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. I do appreciate it all. Also, those of you who have been leaving tips for me, so amazing, such a blessing. Thank you so much. So everybody, I will see you back here next week. Have a wonderful week between now and then, and peace out.